drops, or you just don't feel as healthy as you do during the warmer months. Or maybe when the spring comes and the temperature gets warmer, then it gets colder and it gets warmer and it gets colder, and your immune system breaks down and you get a cold or you get the flu or something like that. Are you the kind of person who picks things up, illnesses or pathogens, when you're around other people? Well, maybe, or it's because your immune system is a little weak. So, my name is Peter Scott Stringham. Most people call me Scott, and I am a certified body code practitioner. And what I'm going to do today is talk about your immune system and how I measure the immune system using the body code and what we can do about it. And if anybody would like to come on and join me, I will test your immune system right here live, and we'll give you a score from 0 to 100 of how strong your immune system is. So your immune system is your ability to fight off pathogens. Pathogens are bacteria. Pathogens are viruses like COVID or flu or things like that. Pathogens can be molds or funguses or even parasites are pathogens. So any of those are things that I can test for using the body code and find out if you have the presence of any of those. Also, I mentioned a score from 0 to 100, where you can have a strong immune system up around 80, 90, close to 100, or you can have a weak one in the 30s or 40s or 50s. And here's how I do it. I connect up with your permission. I never work on anybody without their permission, but I can connect up to your energy field, and then I use muscle testing. So how muscle testing works, and I'll be doing a whole video on that in the future, is there are certain muscles in the body that can have a strong response when you ask it a question and the answer is yes, or a weak response when you ask it a question and the answer is no. So, or if it's a true or a false, or maybe positive as opposed to negative, something like that. So what I do is I ask your subconscious, let's pretend that I'm connected with you right now. And I'll say, are we able to connect to determine what your immune score is from 0 to 100? So if I get a yes, the way I do it, there are many ways to do it. Some people use ring on ring. Some people use the drawbridge. Some people use their bicep muscle. I use what's called the falling log method. I just hold out my index finger. I wrap my other hand around it so you can see how the pinky is pressing down. And I just push down. And if the answer is no, or if it's false, or if it's negative, this finger, no matter how hard I try, I can just push it down very easily. If the answer is yes, or it's a positive answer, or if it's true as opposed to false, then I can press with hardly a minimal amount of resistance. I can press down on this pinky as hard as I possibly can. So I'm saying, my name is Scott, my name is Scott, my name, it's true. And the finger doesn't move. And it's something anybody can learn. You can learn how to do it. All you have to do is just practice. You say a true statement and feel how that muscle is, and you try to say a false statement and then feel it drop down. And then when I learned how to do it, I did it about 100 times in the morning, 100 times in the evening. And they told me it would take 3 weeks. It didn't take that long. It took about 7 or 8 days. And I was able to tune in to the strength of that muscle. And then I was off to the races. And now I do about 1,000 of these a day right now, working with different clients. So I'm really used to it, and I don't even have to think about whether it's a strong or a weak response. So we're going to go back to your immune system and check your immune system out. So let's say I have a theoretical client here who feels maybe they're about to travel. I did one of these this week. Somebody was going to travel, and they wanted to make sure their immune system was strong because they were concerned about flying on the plane and being around a lot of people in close quarters when they haven't been in many, many months. So they wanted to see if they were prepared. So I asked, what is your immune score? And then I'll just start and say, is it 50 or more? I'm going to do my own right now. Is it 50 or more, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95? No, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. So you can see that my immune score is 93 right now out of 100. So that's very strong. Then what I do for that person is I will ask, what's your break point? This is something I created, and I mentally, or my subconscious was passed on to me, that it was something I could ask. So the break point is, if your immune system is higher than your break point, that means you're strong and you can fight anything off. If it's lower than the break point, then when you're exposed to various pathogens, maybe you'll catch something. So my break point is 60, 70, 80, no, 75, no, 70, 1, 2, 3, 2. So mine is 72. So for my immune system to be strong, it needs to be 72 or higher. So I'm, up in the 90s. So my immune system is really strong. If you're 20 points higher than your break point, you're good to go. You can travel. Now, let's say your break point is 72, but then your reading is in the 50s. So it's below your regular score. Well, then you need to shore up your immune system. And there are so many ways you can do that. Number one is reduce your sugar. Stop. If your immune system is weak, you've got to stop sugar. That's the number one thing in my experience that you can do to help your immune system get stronger, is not just reduce, but eliminate refined sugar. If you're eating an apple or something like that, which has natural sugars in it, which your body's able to process very easily, and it's not going to convert it to fat, then fine, you can have that. But you're not going to put sugar in coffee. You're not going to eat foods that have sugar in them, which there, was everywhere. High fructose corn syrup, all things like that. You got to take it all out, and that will help your immune score. The other thing, number two, is check your pH, your overall body pH. It's something I can also do muscle testing wise. You want to make sure your pH of your overall body is in the alkaline side, not acidic. So that's great. And then number three is just lifestyle changes. You want to make sure you're exercising. You want to make sure you're getting enough sleep. You want to make sure your stress level is minimized, so your body can heal and develop its own immune system. Next one is supplementation. I take vitamin C every day, at least 2,000 milligrams a day. During the winter months, when it's colder up here in New England, where I am, I will up that to about 5,000 a day. I also take vitamin D. I'm taking 2 to 4,000 IUs of vitamin D a day over the winter months, when the sun isn't as strong and I'm not getting it naturally from sunlight. During the warm weather months, I'm getting quite a bit of it, but it's through a product called Cardio Miracle with nitric oxide and a lot of vitamin D3 in it. So that's what I do for the rest of the time. In the winter, I add that by supplementing. Colostrum is a wonderful way to boost your immune system. I have a powdered colostrum that I purchased from a company called Kion, Kion, and very high quality product, and I take that. And then the fourth way I keep my immune system strong is through mushrooms or mushroom extract. Their mushrooms are a wonderful product for boosting or maintaining a good immune system. And I have, a dropper bottle. It's from a company called North Spore. And I just add it to coffee or drinks or things like that. And that is a great immune system booster. And that's what it's for. Okay, so that's the next thing to do to raise your immune system. And then finally, the last thing I do is, of course, body code. I look for any energy imbalances, misalignments, or blockages, and I clear those out. And whether it's emotional or whether it's in an organ or a gland or anywhere in your system, I will look for that and clear that using the body code system if you want to do that. And that's very complementary to the other things that I do. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. How to boost your immune system. So number one, find out what your immune system score is. Find out what your break point is, and look and see what kind of protocols you're doing, lifestyle, supplementation, and motion code, body code, and diet and exercise and movement. Very important to do the movement. In fact, I'm heading out to the gym this afternoon. I 6 days a week I work to do some kind of an activity. It's going to raise my pulse level above 110 for 20 to 45 minutes consecutively to keep the heart strong and keep my energy up and keep my immune system strong. So I invite you to join me with that. So that's it for right now. You can go on my website, balanceharmonyjoy.com, and learn more about me and what I do. Or you can, where it says schedule an appointment, you can click that and look for the free inventory session where I will spend 15 plus minutes with you we'll find out what is your immune system score. How strong is your heart? How connected is your brain to your body parts? And are there any weak spots where you need to do some kind of supplementation or energy work or healing work going on? And it's just in 15 minutes. It's free, and it's a chance for us to meet each other and find out more about what I do. Okay. So that's it for today. I'm here live every Wednesday at noon Eastern time. And so you can just pop in along, or of course, we're set up for replay on YouTube and on Facebook as well. All right. So have a great afternoon or evening or morning, depending on where you are. And we will see you all later. Okay.